So after Brandon catches this alagi, he looks up and he's like, "What the hell is that?" All right, geared up, loaded up. Some half-day dive to Menpachi fishing. Then we'll pick up B-Boy later at the harbor. It's hot cause it's like 96 degrees in the shade. I'm not even lying. The weather's been nice, so we'll take advantage of this nice weather. Kona winds, so yeah, hopefully we find some clean water today because it's been downpouring, it's been raining, and hopefully it's not murky. If not, we'll be doing some fishing, bottom fishing, and into Menpachi, possibly a coolie fishing. So yeah, Captain Joe over there, ready to head out. That's my cue. See you guys on the water. So this was the one and only dive spot of the day. Everywhere's murky as we projected. We figure, you know, this might be the only dive spot. You can still see the water is pretty dirty, and we jumped in, had some fish around, and I seen a free swimming omilu, so immediately I dropped the crack pipe, throw flasher, and get ready to take a drop. So last weekend we went diving and I was super congested, and I couldn't really equalize or drop at all, so I was kind of worried on how I do today. This is it's only a little over 30 feet. So as I took my drop nice and easy, I felt really good, I felt really comfortable, so I was able to drop nicely and just sit on the bottom, look around. There's plenty of fish, but nothing that really I wanted that came into range. I don't like taking too far of shots, and I figure since my partner Joe, Captain Joe, is right above me, I can kind of just chill and hang at the bottom, take my time. I know I seen some moves in the distance, some oohoos that just didn't want to play, and that was about it for this drop. Just checking out the scenery and enjoying being in the water. So the Poalu pile ended up coming a little bit more shallower. So I followed them, I took a drop, and there was a lot more oohoos or parrotfish in the school. And you can kind of see them. It had some blues. There's a blue oohoo right there. Had some reds, and I was just waiting for my shot really. And there was just so much around that, you know, I'm looking at one, then one kind of comes into my eyes, line of sight, and that one took my attention, and they all kind of just moved further away from me. So I came up, I see my partner Joe that was better positioned, so I told him drop. So I'm watching him as he drops on the pile. The pile kind of moved closer to him, so I think he had a better chance, or definitely had a better chance of shooting one. So here he goes, lining him up. So Joe ends up hitting a nice blue whiptail uhu or parrotfish, and I seen he had a bad shot. I was gonna go back him up, but he was already going in for the bear hug. So I seen he got his, so I went to go take another drop on the pile since they're right beneath us. I figured maybe I would have a better chance of shooting one because, all the fish are curious of all the action. So I'm kind of looking through the pile. I kind of see the woohoos on the outside. I mean, it was a nice school, a nice pile of woohoos. At this spot particularly, we haven't dove this spot in a very long time, and it's nice to see the, how much woohoos were in this pile. You can see me kind of creeping up slowly but surely with the surge, and the woohoos are kind of coming in and kind of stay away, and they trying to line up on that red whiptail, and he didn't give me the shot I wanted, so I just came up and tried my luck somewhere else. So the murk picked up tremendously, and I'm kind of taking a little bit deeper drop here, closer to 40 feet. I seen some moose, some goats, or some moonus by this structure, and a bunch of taope that was running around. So I figure I try to take a drop and see, what's around. You can kind of see that small papio or milu swimming around me. There's a Apparel swimming above me. I mean, there was a lot of life here. I really wish that it wasn't as murky as it was, because I mean, we could have stayed here a lot longer and probably had a lot more opportunities to see a variety of fish. Like, there's some alaihis you can see coming out the crack. I really thought about shooting them, but I knew it was going to be Menpachi fishing, so I figured I can let those guys live. So here's Captain Joe taking another drop on the uhu pile. So he ends up tagging another parrotfish or uhu, and he's on the board. 2 uhus, and I still have yet to shoot anything. So I kind of stuck around that same area where I seen that structure where all the fish hanging around. So I took a drop a little further back and kind of try to let the fish come in towards the structure, because that's kind of where they were kind of hanging around. So I hung out there looking around. You can see some small goats swimming by me, some small moonus. I couldn't find that big one I was looking at. The big one must have been a little under 2 pounds, but I never did see him after the first time he passed. So just patiently waiting for anything, any signs of life to come in, and yeah, just not doing a lot of head movements, just kind of slowly scanning. And in the distance I do see a pair of omilus, so I'm trying to call them in, tapping the rock, shaking my flasher on my spear gun, and they end up seeing it, noticing it, and start swimming my way. So I was trying to decide which one was the bigger one, and after they both passed, I could tell which one it was, so I ended up taking that one and shooting him. I mean, luckily I did shoot this omilu, because after this it got so green I couldn't even see 5 feet in front of me, so we started fishing after that. I can see the water just glass, oily oils, or not even moving. We did some bottom fishing with Campania lure grubs and some jigs. I did get a couple big hits on the jig. One actually took my jig, and we caught a couple small vekeulas that we used for bait later on that night. But you can just see that, man, it was so nice out. I haven't seen the water like this in like forever, and just nice to be out and take advantage of the conditions. Even though we couldn't dive because the water was just so murky, was at least able to do some bottom fishing. We got the call from B-Boy saying that he's heading down to the harbor, so packed up, head back to go pick him up and just blessed with an amazing sunset. B-boy coming in clutch with dinner, bro. Me and Captain Joe was so hungry. We haven't ate anything practically all day. So we picked him up, then we headed out to our honey hole. Right off the back, we're on the Pachi. I mean, this spot holds some of the biggest Pachis we catch, and it's the first time that I'm actually using the hammer bombs, the light up hammer bombs, and I felt like they worked really great. Alright, I'm just gonna leave you guys with some fishing action.
Smallest. The smallest.
Oh, you did good size. Yeah, you can have first one. So after Brandon catches this alaihi, he looks up and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And we all look up and we just see this bunch of space rocks or stars. It looked like it was flying in like a plane formation, bro. We thought it was aliens. We was just tripping out, like, and then it was like, "Oh, bro, it's like deep impact. The thing gonna hit Oahu and then gonna have tsunami." And it was like, bro, we just all tripping out for a few minutes, and then we just went back to fishing.
Double. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Already, yeah. Alright, Joe, what you got, Joe?
You
Let's see.
easy like Sunday morning. Bring it in nice and easy.
What's up, fuel? Oh, bro, I'm not gonna. You gonna get that? I think we can get that. Nice. I think you just gotta cut this line right there.
We ended the night doing some akule fishing. It's pretty cool. We caught some, not too much big ones, but we seen like a tiger shark swim up to us. Pretty cool. And that was it. That was the night. How was it, Brandon?
It was good fun. We saw some extraterrestrial stuff.
It's about 3:30 in the morning. Not tired until probably we clean boat, but eventful day. Everywhere was murky, so couldn't really dive too much. We went searching all over for clean water, but I guess with the heavy rains, it just kind of made everything dirty. And picked up Brandon, and we did some pachi fishing. We seen some tiger sharks. We caught a shark. Caught a couple bonus fish, and seen like what'd she say, like a meteor shower. Like when something crazy, right? We just seen like a group of like space rocks or something just flying right over us towards town. We thought it was gonna hit, but Yeah, that was probably the most nuts thing I ever saw. We tried to get on footage, but it was too dark. You'll probably see it. Someone's gonna post it somewhere, but that thing was nuts. We did some coolie fishing, caught some hallaloos, and that's about it. Yeah, now Captain Joe's reversing the trailer. So till next time, like, subscribe, and join us on the next venture. Shoot.